on this side.
Well, there she is.
Actually, I may as well take off his earrings since you can't see it. So how long is your show, Nick? Is it an hour?
Yeah, it's an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
I know you have John Lennon coming after and a whole bunch
we got
of...
John Lennon. We got
How
John
did
Lennon
you
sort of
get him?
opening the show a little bit. That Mike brought from 1969. It's an interview.
Oh.
A bit of an interview, and then we're going to go to both of you.
Should I
talk.
go pick up the? Should I go pick up them there? Okay.
Well, Howl is definitely fans.
Great. Singing very great. Yeah, we get lots of messages.
Oh, but you didn't meet them at the airport?
No, well, we came in. It's amazing security. You know, I've never seen so many people guarding.
And so we don't want you to be hurt or anything.
No.
So we're trying our best.
But we don't want the security to hurt the fans, you know. Don't get too rough with them.
And I understand you met your queen.
Yeah.
What was the impression?
Oh, she's okay. Very good. Yeah, it's one of the best.
How did you feel when you received the medal?
It was nice. Tired. Early in the morning. Oh, like 10 o'clock.
Where's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
piece?
we need to get
You
up.
know what
We don't want to get up too early. Well, as late as it is.
And what musician and composer do you respect most?
No, I don't know, really. John Lennon.
And Paul's marriage. Question.
It's not true. It's long. It's George's marriage.
George's marriage.
These two are married.
How many times do you wash your hair in a week?
About once.
Once in a week.
It depends, you know.
Depends how hot it is, how dirty it is.
Depends what you cut them often. That's the same, you know, whenever you feel like it. You don't do it every week, you don't do it every month, you know.
Is this John Lennon?
No, this is not my interview. This is not the interview. This is something else.
Okay, this is Nik Beat. Welcome to Howl Radio. I hope you're enjoying the show. We're doing a special tribute to John Lennon. We're going to be playing an interview with John Lennon from 1971 after our interview with the Wine Ladies, and we're also going to be playing some more interviews from 1969. And he died 43 years ago this night, December 10th. I was watching Johnny Carson. It was way back when I was not gainfully employed. I was just basically eating and sleeping through my life at that time. And all I was doing was watching Johnny Carson eating and sleeping. I guess that's basically what I did for like 2 years. So anyway, John got shot. It was 1980. And I'm just going to let you know what else we got coming out. We've also got, from Menage Group, we've got Bella. She's going to be on in the second half of the show. We're also going to be talking to Moshe about a couple of Howl at Q-Space excerpts from Valentino and Jessica Modell. We're going to be playing some, and Saskia. We're going to be playing some excerpts from that. That was recorded months ago when I was doing a series downtown at the Quattro Space. But right now, I'm very, very pleased to have in the studio. These poor ladies come in and I'm ranting and raving. But again, you know, they've known me for years, so I guess they're used to it. But I'm very lucky to have the Wine Ladies here, which is Georgia, and of course, Suzanne.
Hi, everybody.
Thank
you. Great to see you.
Now, can I ask you, when you have a guest, pretend I was the guest.
Yes.
That was all convulsing and stuff like that.
We'd be freaking out too, yeah.
You'd be freaking out too?
Absolutely.
You have a good reason to freak out. I mean, you had a rough go on your way here to the station tonight.
Yeah, we had a little bomb scare down at
Yikes.
the GO station.
But you look super debonair in your white dinner
jacket.
jacket.
You. I did this for you.
You
Are you
look
kidding?
Wow,
The
yeah,
Wine
you look
Ladies?
awesome.
You got to dress up and look half decently cool.
You look awesome.
Even if I didn't act cool.
You are cool. You're super cool.
Oh, thank you, Suzanne.
I have to tell you, Nick, when you're talking about John Lennon, I was actually there that night. I was living in New York City, and I actually went with my boyfriend at the time to the Dakota shortly after he was shot. And the people were just starting to gather in front of the building. It was quite something. It was absolutely surreal, and I'll never forget it. We didn't stay long, but it was really
How did
quite
you hear?
something.
How did you hear about it? Just the obvious way, just through.
I guess we were already like in Manhattan. My boyfriend at the time was working in Manhattan, and I guess it was about 11 o'clock at night, wasn't it? I think it was around that
Believe
hour,
so.
I think. Yeah, and I don't know whether it was on the radio. I don't recall exact. I think Howard Cosell was the first one that actually announced that he had
Right.
died. And I guess we heard about it, and we weren't that far away, and so we headed over there, and people were just starting to gather. It was quite shortly after, I guess, he had been taken away.
How did you feel? How did you react? How did you?
You know what? I guess I was stunned. I was numb. It was just something that was unbelievable. With everybody, there were only about 15, 20 people there when we got there, and my boyfriend at the time was like really crazy about John Lennon. So for him, it was even, he was a little bit older than me. For him, it was even more like just surreal. It was incredible, and it's a sort of a feeling that you never get rid of. It's like when major people die, like Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe and John F. Kennedy, of course. Pretty amazing.
Sure. What about you, Suzanne? Where were you at the time?
Oh my goodness, I don't remember. That was too many years ago. I'll have to
It was
think
a long
about
time
that.
ago.
Yeah,
That's 43
yeah.
years.
Oh,
43
I must
years.
have been just a babe.
You were a babe. She's still a babe.
I'm still a babe.
43 years ago? Wait a second. Or
Was it
20.
43?
Wait a minute.
No, let me think.
1980.
You're
So
scaring
33
me.
years ago.
33, sorry.
Yeah, please. Wow, I'm not that old. That doesn't compute.
Sorry about that.
Big
You're
trouble
right.
now.
I know. I've been in trouble since I was born. I didn't even come out on time. I was a 10-month baby. I was in
Were
my mother's
you?
womb.
You didn't
Oh my
want to come out.
No, I
You were
didn't.
nice and toasty warm.
I was, yeah. The placenta and I were communing together and having a wonderful time. By the way, to let people know, what we actually heard was from 1971 interview that I think, if I got it right, I think David Sheff, maybe right or wrong about that, I did an interview with John Lennon. I mean, it's hard to make it out on some levels, but we're going to be hearing a little later, and this is provided by Moshe. 38 years later, Levitan director Josh Raskin, illustrators James Brethwaite and Alex Karina had collaborated to create an animated short film using the original interview, recording as the soundtrack. This was a 1969 interview. 14-year-old Beatle fanatic named Jerry Levitan snuck into John Lennon's hotel room in Toronto and convinced him to do an interview.
Wow.
So, 38 years later, director Josh Raskin and Levitan and illustrators James Brethwaite and Alex Karina collaborated to create an animated short film using the original interviews, recording as a soundtrack. So we're hearing that. I Meant the Walrus is actually okay. So we got that right. I'm just going to have a drink of water because the meds are kicking in and I've got cotton. You two have a show. Let's let people know
Sure.
when it's on, where to get it, how do people...
Well, as
The
you
Wine
know,
Ladies.
we used to have a radio show for many, many years, and
Yep.
a couple of years ago we decided to sort of ride the wave of the internet, and we went and started doing an internet talk show. And that's what we did for a couple of years, and now what we're doing is an internet show, but we are traveling the world with the show, and one of the things we wanted to talk about today was our trip to Peru. So we travel with our adventures about wine, food, and lifestyle. We're also going to Barbados in January, and we're going to be talking about rum there, and California in March. So it's all about fun, wine, lifestyle, and the wine ladies.
Wow. Now, how did this get started? You said it started at the radio. This was thatradio.com, I believe, is how it started?
No, we were on
No.
Chum and on CP24 for a
Oh,
number
you were
of
on
years.
Chum before that? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and then we were on thatchannel.com and we did our internet TV show there for a few years. And then we were approached and people were sort of saying like, well, you guys are so good when you're on location. Like we got to get you out of the studio and get going places. And so that's sort of how it's evolved. So like Suzanne said, we just came back from Peru not too long ago, and we have a few other destinations ready to visit and bring to all our friends and fans.
No, you two are both highly intelligent. You're very beautiful. You've got beautiful.
I
You've
love
got
him.
wonderful. Well, I'm just recording data here almost. And so, but are people ever intimidated? Your guests sometimes by you.
You know what? No, I wouldn't.
No.
I would say that they're really not. And
Okay.
I mean, sometimes though, when somebody comes to do an interview on TV, they're a little bit nervous, maybe not necessarily because they're intimidated, but just because maybe they're not used to doing interviews.
Cameras.
And the camera sort of makes them get a little bit nervous about it. But we always say, don't worry about it. Like honestly, within the first 3 minutes, you'll see it'll be absolutely fine. And sure enough, it always seems to be that way because I think we have a way of sort of putting people at ease.
It's about having
do.
fun.
Yeah.
Really. It's about having fun. Like you're having fun with us right now.
I am, but that's
We're
thanks
enjoying
to,
the interview.
that's thanks to you. I mean, I was a nervous wreck coming in here, but yeah, definitely you do that. You're not judgmental. I can feel right away. There's no judgment, and I can pretty much be myself within bounds, and
Uh-oh.
we'll put that away somewhere. I want to thank again my videographer, who is right behind me, which is Penelope Smith. She is for hire. She does shows, all kinds of shows actually, and she's actually recorded my art show that I did at the Catalyst Gallery. By the way, my art is still there if you want to check it out. It's pop collage art. Gallery Catalyst is located 666 Queen Street West. You can locate it and check it out from Wednesday to Saturday anytime. Thanks to Brian Liss for having my artwork there.
Oh, we know Brian. Yeah.
You know Brian. You
Yeah,
should check it out.
we
His new
do.
gallery is great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't realize he had a new gallery. So he was in
does.
Yorkville. Is he still in
He's
Yorkville?
still in Yorkville, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just did an engagement there. I was there for a week playing songs, and he had a lot of different sort of conventions and stuff like that in there. So I was doing that.
Oh,
Let's get back to you. Was your family supportive of your decisions about your career? How did they feel about it?
Yeah, it's been like an evolving thing, and the wine ladies were not what they are today when we first started 10 years ago. So, it's been a living, breathing, evolving monster that's basically grown.
Monster? I was gonna say, you're
But a good
describing
monster,
a
like
wine.
a cookie monster, a good kind of monster. And we have a lot of fun every day. So, and we're in good mood. So why wouldn't they be supportive, right?
You too. The other thing that blows my mind about you, because I've known you now for at least 5 years,
Yeah.
is you get along so well. Do you guys ever fight or?
I know it's hard to imagine, but when we get home, when we get in the car, look out! No, just kidding.
Oh, okay.
The claws come out and the hair is pulled.
No, we really get. We're very, very lucky. We do get along really, really well, and it's actually quite shocking because you hear about a lot of family businesses, and it's not always that easy.
Mm-hmm.
But we've just been very, very fortunate, I think.
Any on-air fracases at all? Nothing.
No, not really.
No.
No. We were actually offered a reality television show a couple of years ago, but what they wanted was us to be fighting drunken wine sisters. So we said, well, we're not doing that because we don't fight and we don't get drunk. So it's not reality. We're not doing it.
Of
So
course.
they were actually, but they wanted you to
Yeah,
be
they
that
did.
way.
Remember, Georgia?
Yeah. They wanted to spice it up even more, and our family was like, "Go for it, Mom, go do it." And like, no, we're not going to do that. That's just not who. That's not who the wine ladies are.
I admire your integrity, though. I would have thrown my integrity shirt off and just gone
It wasn't
in.
enough money, Nick.
Oh.
I'm leaving my shirt on. No.
So they're going to call it wine with a W-H-I-N.
Yeah, that
They
would have been
probably
part of
would
it.
have. Yeah.
Probably. This is Nik Beat on CIUT 89.5 FM on your dial. And of course, we're on the worldwide internet. We're heard all over the world. We've got fans all over the planet. If you've just joined us, we're talking to the wine ladies. The wine with W-I-N-E, of course, not W-H-I-N-E. But we're talking to them. They've been kind enough to come in on an extremely cold night. And as I said, put up with the frazzle and the... where is the cat, by the way? Is the cat still around? We have a cat that's here. Kitten.
Yes, yeah.
She's right here by my feet.
She's right by
Oh,
George's
cute.
feet.
Oh,
This
she
is
knows I'm a
Georgia,
softie.
and this is Suzanne. Who are some of your guests that you were totally blown away?
She's
that you
gone now.
loved?
Oh, boy. There's been a lot of interesting people over the years.
You have.
Let me think. Well, Kevin Costner was one. He
Was he really?
Suzanne,
Wow.
he actually was flirting with Suzanne. I was so jealous. He actually gave her his room number. Of course, he didn't tell us what hotel he was in. But
Stop
he said,
telling
room
stories.
126, so I won't even ever forget the number.
Seriously? He was
Yes,
giving?
yeah. I mean,
Wow.
it was all in jest, I think. That was one of them.
I enjoyed meeting Jim Treeliving from Dragon's Den and Boston Pizza. I admire entrepreneurs, and he's a self-made man. Really
didn't know that.
comes from absolutely nothing and made himself into this successful, wonderful person. He's successful, but it hasn't spoiled him. He's just a
Yeah.
regular guy. Very, very sweet. So he was one of my favorites, actually.
Yeah. And same for Jeannie Becker. I mean, speaking about somebody who was self-accomplished and worked very, very hard, and she was also a trailblazer. So with fashion television, so I enjoyed meeting Jeannie. Jeannie, hi, in case you're listening.
Okay, without naming names, have you had people that you just literally never wanted to see ever again?
Well, I'll have one chef, but I won't mention his name, but he's a famous chef from Toronto, who was a bit of a snot.
Oh.
He's an excellent chef, very well known.
Like a master chef that does major...
Yeah, super duper restaurant, a very, very high profile
So
restaurant.
what was his problem, Suzanne? He just didn't
It
have
just
a nice day?
thought very much of himself, I suppose, you know.
Oh,
So, but we won't name names.
okay.
I don't think we should.
No, I don't think so either.
I can name a name. I know somebody that wasn't at first. It wasn't that she was bad. It was that she just didn't want to give any answers. And that was the one I just did recently with the niece of Michael Jackson, Tanae Jackson. She's a pop star now.
Yeah.
And we talked about her uncle, and she was great about all that. And I already had carte blanche to ask her different things about Michael Jackson and all that stuff. But her answers at the beginning of the show, it was like pulling teeth.
Oh,
it was like yes, no.
yeah, those are the worst kind of interviews.
Yeah, it's
We've
very hard.
experienced those. It's when someone just says
So what do
yes
you
or
do?
no. Well,
We play off each other.
Yeah, it's true,
Yeah.
because there's two of us, so we're able to do that as well. We don't know, we're not drinking.
We're not drinking.
Well, maybe sometimes. But it's harder when you're by yourself and you get a guest like that doesn't really respond. You have to do a tap dance and
That's true.
be
Yeah.
Fred Astaire in the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, we have said every once in a while, wow, wasn't that just like pulling teeth, like the full 30 minutes or whatever it was? It's a bit of a challenge.
Okay. What you've got some wines here that are unopened,
Yes, they're not opened.
by the way, CIUT people.
Well,
Totally unopened. They are the wine ladies. They brought some unopened bottles of wine.
it's actually Pisco.
What's Pisco?
Now, Pisco is a drink, a distilled drink that's made from grapes. And this is actually the big industry in Peru. So we were just there, and they have over 500 bodegas. And it's a wonderful, wonderful drink, and we're trying to get people to know about it here in Ontario. And Canada, for that matter.
Okay. So it's, let's see, again, is this the one here?
Yeah,
No.
all three of them are different
Okay.
brands.
Okay.
Georgia, you want to tell them a
Yeah,
little
just
bit more?
that the Piscos are made in it's just like the rules in France of the appellation contrôlée. So do the areas that you're allowed to make Pisco in, and there's very strict regular government regulations to making it. It's a very high quality premium spirit. It's allowed to be made with 8 different grapes. And there's a few different styles that you can make it out of, and the grapes are divided into aromatic and non-aromatic, and then 3 different categories of making it. So there's a lot of beautiful variety to the Piscos, and it's actually a drink that a lot of the experts around the world and the mixologists are saying that it's the next big thing.
Yeah, it's going to be the next tequila.
Big tequila, yeah.
Really? No, you both tried it, obviously.
Oh yeah, we drank a lot of it when we were in Peru.
Now, how do you get, the thing is that I wonder is, how do you do all this and drink the wine and comport yourself so well? As I've watched your shows.
Well, it's sipping. We're tasting.
You're
We're
just
not actually drinking it. Because if you were to drink like 5 or 10 Piscos, you'd be on the floor.
And there is a spittoon usually underneath
That's
our
true.
chair.
Yeah, there's
That helps.
Wow. I've never had anybody on my show say that.
There you
That's
go.
amazing.
And here in Toronto right now, there's only about 7 or 8 restaurants that carry Pisco. So we're trying to really get it out there, the message, and it's really a fabulous, fabulous drink. You can make fantastic cocktails with it as well. And we're going to probably be doing an event all about Pisco in the spring, so maybe some of your listeners might want to, and we'll invite you to come too,
Oh,
for
I'd
sure.
love
You should
to.
come and check it
Let
out.
me know. Let me know.
Absolutely.
Suzanne. We're talking to the wine ladies on CIUT 89.5 FM. This is Nik Beat. I'm the host of Howl. Next week will be spoken word, my colleague, which is Nancy Bullis with her show. And then after that, I'm doing a special Christmas Eve show. Yes, I'm all by myself here, Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Of course, hopefully Robert will be here, and will Robert be here? Oh, Robert, will you be here, Robert? You will be here.
Aw.
Now, the only trouble we'll have is getting into the building. That's all we got to worry about. So, but anyway, we'll be back to do another show in a couple of weeks, which will be Christmas Eve. What does Christmas mean? What wines do you recommend for Christmas holiday celebration?
Well, I guess the thing about Christmas is usually it's like the main Christmas dinner is sort of a cornucopia of all different kinds of dishes. Many different flavors, and so you could really drive yourself crazy trying to pick the ultimate like wine to go with all of those different dishes. So usually one of the ideas is to go with first of all a variety of wines, because not everybody likes the same wines, and
That's
then maybe a couple of whites, couple of reds that sort of do the gamut and that are also quite versatile.
Don't forget the sparkling though, Georgia.
That's true. That's true. We
Sparkling
always think of sparkling.
goes with everything.
Is that true?
It does, it does. It cleanses your palate as well, and it's great with dessert, it's great with cheese, it's great with everything.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I didn't know
little bit of
this.
champagne or
I didn't
sparkling
know.
wine.
What do you think of the Pinots? The Pinot, whatever they call it.
Pinot Noir?
That's it.
I love Pinot Noirs. It's one of my favorites. They call it the heartbreak grape because it's very hard to make, and but I find them lovely. They're very beautiful on the palate. They're refreshing. They're not too overbearing. It's a wonderful thing to drink.
And that's actually a good choice for Christmas dinner because they're usually lighter bodied, and they're very versatile to go with a lot of different dishes also.
Okay. This is Nik Beat. We're talking to the wine ladies. Hope you're enjoying the show. If you want to talk to either of our two lovely guests, give a call to 416-946-7000. In the second half of the show, we're going to be talking to Moshe and also about his studios and access to them. He and I actually just applied for a grant of a kind to do a spoken word album of mine, and hopefully that'll come through in a few months. And we're going to be, of course, playing the I Am the Walrus piece, a little bit of that. And we're also going to be talking to Bella of Menage, which is a rock band that's based not just in Toronto, but also in Hollywood. So they do shows in Hollywood and LA, and they also do shows here, and she's a special friend. She'll be coming in talking about that near the latter quarter of that show. We've got about 8 minutes left. Hope you're enjoying Howl, or actually 6 minutes left. Hope you're enjoying Howl. Still enjoying Howl. I just wonder what's your ultimate goal for your show to be? How big do you want it to be?
Well, the sky's the limit, as people have been telling us. So I guess first of all, for me, one of my objectives is to continue to enjoy what I'm doing. So as long as I'm having fun and, of course, making some money, you have to survive, I'm pretty happy. And I like to do the traveling part. So I'd like to travel like every 2 months, go somewhere, a special spot, and do a show. Do we want to go on broadcast TV? That would be nice too. But it is not necessary. I think the internet is really where the action is in the next couple of years. I think regular television is having a harder time of it than internet. So
can I ask you just to jump back for 2 seconds to the reality show? Like I said, I would have done it in 5 seconds. I would have made up. I would have been a terrorist for weeks at end, whatever. But you had the integrity, seriously, to turn that down.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that really impresses me.
Well, I guess the thing is, Nick, like we were building our brand for 10 years, and we worked really hard for those 10 years to build it, to protect it, and we just thought, this is like totally throwing that brand completely out the window. So, it wasn't who we were. It was going to be like
authentic.
It was totally fabricated. Yeah, it was a total fabrication of our personalities, of who we were, of our situation, of our business. So we thought, you know what, and who knows how it's going to go? Who knows if it's going to be a success? And we wouldn't have felt good doing it. So that was, that was sort of why we said no thanks. And consequently, we've actually had people coming to us, approaching us on maybe doing another kind of sort of reality show, but a more real reality show. So who knows? That may still happen.
Oh, I hope so. That would be fabulous. Because why not? I mean, I've watched your shows. You're very entertaining, very smart. You have excellent guests.
Oh, thank you. It's all about me.
Hey, wait a second. Here comes the first fight, Nick.
Hey.
No, just kidding.
Wouldn't that be great if we did? Then we would be a reality TV show. And that would be unbelievable. This is Nik Beat. We're talking to the Wine Ladies. Hope you're enjoying the show. As I said, we're dedicating the show overall to the late great John Lennon, who actually his family background is similar to mine. His Irish side, which is he's half Irish, is actually from the same region of Ireland that my family comes from, which is Cork and Donegal. So anyways, that's just one little Irish mention I had to slip in there. What your background? What is it?
Russian, darling.
Russian.
Russian. Well, that's on our mom's side, Russian, Ukrainian. But we do have different dads. Same mom, different dads.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Wow,
My father was Dutch.
Oh, really?
And Suzanne's was American.
Was American.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Is that why you weren't ballsy? No, just kidding.
Another fight. Oh boy. Wow. Russian. That is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Strong like bull.
Strong like bull?
Yeah.
Okay. We are talking to the Wine Ladies. Hope you're enjoying the show. We have, what do we have? How much time do we have? We got about
Pretty cat here.
2.5 minutes. Oh, well, sorry about that.
That's okay.
The cat,
I love cats.
Do you like
I have 3 at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have 2. It's like a big animal farm. We love animals.
Okay.
Yeah. So bring her on. It's okay wherever she is.
Well, can I ask you just a slightly personal question? Just if you had a partner that didn't like cats, would that be goodbye to the partner, or would it make you pause?
Do we have the partner already?
Depends how cute he is.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love that answer. Depends how
I'm
cute
looking,
he is.
actually.
All right.
Like, I honestly think if somebody doesn't like animals, sorry to all the for the people that are listening that don't like animals, I think there's something wrong with you. Like, how can you not like animals, really?
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Nick hates them. No.
Well, he's got a cat right here,
No,
crawling right in front of the camera.
She's in this show.
I sort of looked like I didn't like animals at the beginning here because of the little one, but anyway. No, I actually got a cat, a big, huge tabby.
Oh, do you?
Called Hank.
Hank, that's a
It's
great
named
name.
after
Good
Hank
name. After
Fonda.
Tank.
Susan, seriously. It's after Hank
Very
Fonda.
cute.
Yeah.
Hank the Tank. He's a big cat.
Very big. And he wants to cuddle, but you know how cats sit on your head?
Yes.
You know? They go to is that what? They're going to the warmest spot? Is that it?
Yeah, everyone's a hothead.
Everyone's on Okay.
And they know it. And my cat never comes to my head. I
You're
guess
cool
I'm not
and
a hothead.
level-headed.
That's it. That's what I. That's it.
40 jokes.
Well, we got 60 seconds left. Where can people go again to see you, to hear you?
Everything
The Wine
everything
Ladies.
is on thewineladies.com, and we also are huge in social media. Can I throw a little bit of a brag
Please.
bag into this?
Please.
We're actually the #1 social wine media personalities in Canada.
Wow.
So we're very proud of that, and so you can find us on Twitter at The Wine Ladies. We also have a very active Facebook fan page, and of course thewineladies.com, and of course YouTube as well. So we love it.
Yeah,
It's
and
great.
be sure, I would ask everybody to subscribe to our newsletter, because that's how you'll also find out about all the different things we're up to. We do a lot of really fun events like yoga in the vineyard, we go salmon fishing, we went zip lining, and then wine tasting. The wine tasting and the lunch came after the zip lining. So we do come up with like really creative, fun adventures. So if anybody out there is into that kind of thing, then subscribe to our newsletter and follow us.
Where are you going next? What's your next destination?
Well,
Barbados.
Barbados in January.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're going to be doing that.
In January.
Yes, I know. Boy, we were smart when we did that deal.
Very
And
smart.
we're hoping to go to California in March, so that would be cool if we get to do that, probably to Sonoma.
Is that where your mom
That-
lives?
No,
Oh.
that's to film another TV show.
Oh, it's filmed on the TV
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
So right in LA or Hollywood?
No, we'll go to Sonoma Valley.
Where's Sonoma?
Sonoma is just south of San Francisco.
Excuse me.
So, sorry.
No, I'm just moving the cat away from my water.
Oh, so Sonoma and Napa Valley, they're the two major wine regions that most people know about when it comes to California. So we'll be going to Sonoma Valley and going to some of the different wineries and talking to some of the chefs, going to the top restaurants, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So we're waiting to lock that down.
Eating and drinking our way through California. Someone's got to do it.
Susan, that just sounds so, I love it. Glamorous and dangerous at the same time.
Yes.
This is Nik Beat. We're talking to the wine ladies. Thanks to both ladies, Georgia and Suzanne, for coming in to CIUT and sharing their
And we actually have a little
anecdotes.
gift for you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
We're kidding.
Yeah,
Yes.
we do.
Oh, that's so
It's
sweet.
called a corksicle.
What?
You could,
What is, huh?
What
It
you
looks
do.
like I hate to say it, but it looks like a gigantic, I won't say it.
You
What
just put
the-
this in the, I know, it looks funny.
It's a wine chiller. Put it in the
You're
freezer.
sure about that?
Yes, I'm 100%
You put it in the
sure.
freezer. It
Is
turns
it
into
a-
like an
I-
icicle.
Yeah.
And then you open up your bottle of wine, you pour a glass of wine, and you put it into your bottle, and it keeps your wine nice and cold. And we brought you a blue one because you're a boy.
And it was on Oprah
I hate to s-
Winfrey's favorite thing for 2012 list. So it's a real hot item, even though you put it in the
That's
freezer.
hot. That's a hot item. Thank you very much. But you know what it really looks
Oh,
like.
stop
We know.
being naughty.
It looks like the dildo to the smallest human being in the world.
I
But
told you we
anyway.
should have brought a Safino. That's okay.
That's very sweet of you, seriously.
You're
That's
welcome.
very sweet
Thank you
of
for having
You're
us
welcome,
on.
Nick.
It's
Thank
been
you.
fun.
Thank you very much. And we're going to take a little ad break, and we're going to play the Jessica piece, Modell's singing piece. And we'll be back with more Howl and Moshe on radio, so stay tuned for more. Cool. Oh, you two are fabulous. Fabulous.
Thank you, Nick. That was fun.
I have never seen
That is a
anything
cool
like
thing,
this.
actually.
I've seen
It is
those,
cool.
It
yeah.
really is awesome. Yeah, it really works. So it keeps your wine at the right temperature.
Watch out for the kitten.
So it doesn't chill it, but it keeps